Hey guys, it's Michael Gascon and I'm back. And I'm going to show you guys how to test a horse that you're going to ride from a friend or you're going to buy and you want to see who they are. This is Sangria. Sangria is a quarter horse mare that's 11 years old. She's sent to me from an experienced couple who would like their horse to be nice and easy so his wife can ride and his grandkids can ride, and just wants her to be gentle and easy and broke. We're going to use this. This is the very first day. I don't know anything about her. We're just going to get her as gentle and easy as we can. But first, on day one, we have to see who she is. So this program, going through the Respect series with her, is going to help you if you're going to buy a horse. If you're going to a farm that you don't know, to a trainer that you don't know, to see a horse that you don't know, you're riding your crazy Uncle Bob's horse, this is going to let you know who they are. So you see, we just have her in a halter and a saddle. She's supposed to ride already, but assumption is the fatherhood of error. Don't listen to what people say. Listen to what the horse tells you. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to walk off and we're going to start in kindergarten. Kindergarten is respect. So we're going to walk off here, stop and turn. Notice how abruptly I stopped. I want to see what she does when she's uncomfortable or if she gets spooked. For her to pass this, all she has to do is back out of my space. I want to bump her in the face a little bit. There we go. We're going to walk off again. Very nice. So what I love to see is we're giving her a reason to pay attention. This is a new farm. She just got here. Whenever we were brushing her down and putting the saddle on, she's kind of looking all over the place, looking for other horses. You can tell she's kind of gentle. She's kind of bumping into you, running into you. And a lot of people mistake horses not being respectful for people for horses being broke. And that's not necessarily the case. And that word broke is a very vague word. What might be broke for you is not broke for me. What's broke for me is not broke for the next person. So if we go step by step through this program, we're going to see really how that horse is and really have an understanding of who the horse is. Now, from the very beginning, I want to be a little abrupt. I want to throw my hands up. I want to make noises. Ah! And see what she does. From this distance, if she doesn't like it and she starts attacking me, I have enough space that I'm safe, but that would really be an eye-opener. Oh, maybe it's not a kid's horse. It's fine as long as you're quiet, but if the kid gets a little loud, it will attack him. So just making that horse a little uncomfortable is going to show you what kind of horse it is. Very nice. I like to see that. Just like that, she passed kindergarten. It tells me the brakes work. She can back up and she respects us. The next thing that we want to do is ask her to lunge, to walk a circle around us. So with this lead hand, I have the coils in my lead hand, which is my left hand, and I'm going to ask her to go left. In my right hand, I have just the popper because I want to carry nothing but fire in this hand. Ask her nicely. So right there, when people are pushing horses off and they actually get physical and pop them, a lot of times you one and done. But it's not about power, it's about persistence. So when I ask her to move off, I'm going to, instead of one big huge whack, it's going to be pop, 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 pop. The second she moves off, it's a release. Point off again, click. Pop, 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 pop. She moves off, I release. Moves off, I release. Moves off, I release. And what we're looking for is for her to walk a circle around us and look at us at the same time. You see how straight she is? No, from head to tail, she's straight as can be. There we go. That's better. Now she's starting to look at us. Every time she tries to stop, we pressure her. There we go. Every time she tries to stop, we add a little pressure. Pressure is the swinging the rope. If she listens to the rope swing, right there, she looks away. We want her looking at us. Now we already see for her, pressure is not a big thing. She's kind of dull. She's kind of lazy. There's no such thing as a lazy horse. If you have a lazy bum of a horse that people are spurring to get to go forward, but you bring the alpha mare around, the alpha mare just flicks the ear and they take off. So whenever we're clicking to her and giving her a lot of pressure and she's barely moving, that doesn't tell me she's lazy. That tells me she doesn't respect people. We're going to try it to the other side now. Pressure on her shoulders, 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 shoulders. She gets turned on her butt. There we go. So right here, when she's faced up and we are asking her to change directions, we point and bring that pressure to her shoulders. She moves those shoulders, we release and release. There we go. Just trying to keep her going. Anytime I touch the steering wheel, the brakes get put on. We want her to be able to give and go. Move her feet and look at me at the same time. Change sides. If she gets close to me, I put a hand in her face. That tells her to move away. Very nice. Now, for me, she's moving, but she is not doing a real good job at giving. So we're getting her feet moving, but I'm still not convinced. And in first grade, we need to be convinced that the steering wheel is working. So we put a set of reins on her. And watch this. We're going to put this, I hold on to the left rein here, and we're going to put this rope around her butt. This is just another way to do first grade. There we go. That's the kind of bend we were looking for earlier. This way, since we don't know her, if she goes crazy or bites or kicks or strikes or does whatever she does, we are out of harm's way. And look how many turns we get. Look how much flexion we get. That's what we're looking for. And if she really speeds up fast, we can just hold on to this rein on this side, shut her down a little bit, and then we can just walk off and spin her out of it. We just want to make sure that steering wheel gets on before the trainer that's selling us to her just says, oh, get on. The other thing, anytime that you go and you buy a horse from somebody and ask them to ride it first. Because there are a lot of folks, I've heard about this thing going on Craigslist where people will have an advertisement for selling a horse so that they can get somebody to ride the horse for the first time. It's really never been ridden. And they just have some stranger who thinks they're coming to buy the horse, hop on a horse, and can put you in danger. So don't assume anything. If you're going to buy a horse from somebody, make sure they ride it first and then ask them, may I give it a little test? Just like that, she passes kindergarten. She's able to give us the steering wheel. The next thing that I want to see is she'll drop her head to us. So I'm going to grab her by the noseband here, put my hand above her head. There we go. Drop her head below ours. I'll ride anything you can strap a saddle to, but I won't ride a little kid's horse or a lesson horse if they won't drop their head below ours. Very nice. Now we're going to do a little desensitizing. It should be her strong suit since she's a little dull. Grab her by the face first. Now we're going to start moving this rope around her. She took that no problem. We'll throw it up over her back. If she didn't have the saddle on, we would cinch prep her, but she does. So we're going to flank her and see if she's a kicker or a biter. Now before we put any pressure here, make sure that you have her head pointed your way so that she can't bring her butt your way. As long as her head's over here and you're standing in front of your stirrup, you can grab those flanks or grab her back legs without any fear of repercussion. Same thing goes on over here. Before I put any pressure on her flanks, I have her face pointed my way. She has no problem with that. The next thing we're going to do is flag stick, lead rope in one hand, and this is going to go right down the lead rope to her nose. Right down her head, her body, her butt, her back legs, her flanks, onto the cinch. Now we'll start coming underneath her chest. Notice how the flag stick always stays between her and I. I don't want the flag stick on the other side of the horse when I'm over here, because if she was to spook or blow up, she would run me over. She took that no issue. Same thing. Notice whenever I'm tarping a horse or flagging a horse or desensitizing a horse, I only have 1.5 feet, 2 foot of rope here because I don't want her hip to be able to get past me if she goes forward. The other thing, if she tries to run into me or square me up to strike me, I can just put a hand right here on the side of her face and that will keep me out of harm's way. Remember, assume nothing. I have seen little kids' horse and riding lesson horses that look so broke and so calm, and you show them a flag stick and they turn into a demon and they try to eat you. One last test, we'll just get the soccer ball here, and we're just going to test getting on her back. Well, guys, I think this one is pretty quiet. Now, what we were trying to do is we were trying to set her off, and then once we set her off, see how hard she pulled on our hands. But we were never able to get her set off. She was a little sticky, a little lazy, but that really shows us who she is. She's not real spooky. She's not wary of people. She's a little dull. She's able to back up. She's able to turn her head. And I'm telling you right now, whether a horse is 3 or 30, whether they're a pony or Percheron, if they are a criminal and have hurt people, if they pass my test there, I am happy and willing to ride. But if they do not pass my test, I don't care if we're in a colt starting competition. I don't care if we're in a clinic in front of people. If they don't pass my test, I'm not riding. Just like that, we hop on. First time I've ever been on her back. I've never seen anybody ride her before. But she passed my test, so I feel comfortable getting on. The next thing I'm going to do is check the steering wheel. Before we go anywhere, I'm going to start checking the steering wheel. Okay, she's not able to stand still and give her head. We won't go anywhere until she does. So I'd much rather a chicken little of a horse that's scared of everything but listens to me than a brave horse like her that doesn't listen to me. So it doesn't matter how calm and how brave she is if she doesn't have a steering wheel. And right now, she's saying, nope, I'm not going to give up my head. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to lower this halter just a bit, and that's going to give me a little bit more leverage on her. So less pressure for me, more leverage for her. That's one side. If we can get the other side without her feet moving. There we go. Very nice. So look, just shifting the halter down made it easier for us to be able to slide our hand down here and bring her face to our leg. Nice. Other side. Perfect. From there, we're going to ask her to move off. Nice loose rein. Then we're just going to see if we have control of her butt. And release. So the way we checked to see if we had her butt, we pulled her face over our leg and we moved her back in. Guys, I do this on day one of colt starting. I don't care how broke you tell me a horse is. If a horse can't give me their face and their butt, we're not leaving the round pen until they do. Look how sticky she is for this side. Thank you. So, we see the front end and the back end work. We feel her pretty flat and easy. We're trotting her off. She's a little looky. Ask her to go forward. Nice. If you're going to buy a horse, make sure you put a little pressure on them. Kick them a little, pop them a little. Make sure they're not going to come unglued before you buy them, before you take them home. You need to know who you're dealing with. For us, in this footing right here, there's no better place. We're in good footing. We're in a contained environment. So whenever she gets excited and wants to go, I want to see if she's willing to go. I touch her with that lead rope. Nice. So obviously we see a lot of lack of handle. It's not a lot of holes, but she's not very educated in her steering wheel. You can tell by the way she carries her head. She's kind of hollowed out in her back. Over the next 30 days, we're going to get her a lot softer, a lot easier. But at least we know who she is. Let's see if we can push the soccer ball. Whenever we're doing this, we're really sitting back. Sitting back on our pockets, heels down, shoulders back. Push the soccer ball, doing obstacles. Oh. And that is just how we do each and every clinic session that we do. We're just testing to see who the horse is, and we do the first thing first and go one at a time and all down the line. And when we see what they're missing, that's what we work on. So if you do this little tidbit of things before you buy a horse, you'll really know what you're getting and who you're buying. If you're riding your crazy Uncle Bob's horse, you could spend this 5 minutes with a horse and see what you're about to ride. If you're on the ground and you spook them a little bit and they drag you, don't ride until you fix it. If you pull them and you cannot flex their head, don't ride. If you can't back them, don't ride. All these things are saying there is something wrong. And if it's broken on the ground, it's going to be broken in the saddle. Remember, the more time you spend on the ground, the less time you spend on the ground. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.